Hi, Grandma Debbie here. Okay, so I've been doing a playlist of meals for one or two. And, I've mentioned this before. I think most meals can be cut down. Most recipes can be cut down. You can also always put things in the freezer. That's up to you. I do that a lot. We have meals in our freezer just waiting for us that we've made ahead of time, and they're just sitting there waiting for us to pull out for an occasion or for lunch or whenever we're going to need them. So don't ever be afraid to make extra food, but also don't be afraid to make a meal for yourself. You deserve a good meal. So why not? So tonight's meal is going to be baked pork chops. Now, generally I would cook these in oil, but I'm really trying to stay away from eating a whole lot of fried foods. It's been upsetting my stomach, and so I'm trying to stay away from it. So what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to cook it in the air fryer. And I've done this before, and it's absolutely delicious. So this time, though, I'm going to bring you along with me so we can do it together. All right, so let's get started on this. Okay, so my air fryer is preheating. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get out an egg. I'm going to go ahead and do two. They're not very big. And I'm going to beat them. And I'm going to make a mess all over my hands. So you're just going to beat them up. Okay, then I'm going to move that off to the side. And I'm going to get some flour. And I'm not measuring. I'm just eyeballing it as to what I think I'm going to need. So I got a couple of little spoonfuls here. If I need more, I will get more. And now I'm just going to add some salt and pepper to my flour. And I'm going to mix it up. Okay, and as you can tell, I have 3 bowls. Maybe you couldn't tell because it's way out of the way. So to that, I'm actually adding croutons. You can use whatever croutons you want. It's completely up to you. Now, what I'm going to do, though, is I don't want to use the whole bag. Otherwise, I would just mush them up in the bag. So I'm just going to use my hands, and I'm going to squish them up that way. You don't want huge chunks. You want smaller pieces. And all I'm getting is huge chunks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in a little bag, and we're going to go with that route. All right, so I'll be right back. Okay, normally I would do the whole bag because I would be making it for multiple people. But since I'm showing you what to do for a single person, I'm just going to add some into a baggie. And I'm going to seal the bag up. I'm going to move everything out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Then I'm just going to get my rolling pin. But you can also do it however it works for you. Okay, I'm going to end up with egg white or eggs all over the floor. Now, you can also use panko breadcrumbs. You don't have to use croutons. You can use panko. You don't even have to do this step if you don't want to. All right, so I'm going to keep the bag for in case I need more. So I've got my, I'm going to throw my eggs away. Now my air fryer is heating to 400 degrees. I have gotten my basket here and I've sprayed it with what do you call it? I'm drawing a blank. With cooking spray. Okay. So now I'm just going to take one pork chop and I'm going to douse it in the flour. And I'm going to go into the egg mixture. And I didn't realize how big these were. Otherwise, I would be doing this on plates because they're quite ginormous. And of course, you know that you're supposed to do one hand that you keep dry and the other one for wet. Well, that never works for me. So I'm just going to do what I'm doing. I'm going to make a mess. And you know what? I think I'm going to add some panko breadcrumbs to this because this seems to be not fine enough. So let me wash my hands. Okay, and as you can tell, I switched to a plate. So I'm just going to add this and I'm going to squish it down. Turn it over and squish it down. And then I'm going to put it on my tray. Now, when I took out the package, they looked like they were not very big. And they're huge. My pork chops are. And of course, I'm making a humongous mess. Would not be cooking with Grandma Debbie if I did not make a mess. Okay, so I'm just going to let these sit here for a few minutes. I'm going to clean up my mess, and I will bring you back. First thing I'm going to do, though, is wash my hands. Okay, so these have been sitting here for a few minutes. I'm going to get them into the air fryer. I'm going to cook them for 12 minutes total, but I'm going to flip them halfway through, so I will be right back. Okay, so my air fryer just told me that we've reached the halfway point, so I'm going to drop everything on the floor. Okay, so I'm going to grab out the basket. If you use an air fryer, make for sure that you use an oven mitt. Okay, so I turned it. I'm going to put it back in here, and I made a huge mess. And I'm going to do another 6 minutes. Okay, so it's going to preheat first. Well, it's already preheated. All right, so I will bring you back when they're done. And they do need to reach an internal temperature of 145 degrees. So I will be checking that first. I may have to cook a little bit longer. We'll see, because they were pretty thick. So we'll see how that goes. All right, I'll bring you back soon. Okay, because these were so thick, it took a little longer to cook. So it should have taken 12 minutes. It actually took 18 minutes, but that's okay, you know. So now I'm just going to let them sit here for a few minutes. I'm going to serve them with rice, and because we have leftover rice from the other night. So that's what I'm going to have with it. And they're going to be really good. So I just want to thank you for coming along with me on this journey. I hope that you're having an amazing day and everything's going really well for you. Hit that like, hit the subscribe, and hit the share button, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.